Hello everybody, my name is Austin, and today we're going to be taking a look at a not Lego set. I'm a big fan of Lego sets that aren't branded as Lego, just building block sets of the similar style, compatible bricks, that sort of thing, especially ones that aren't officially Lego because they're much cheaper, and this set is no exception in terms of it not being made by Lego. This is the Titanic, a BM3522 set made by Oxford. It says it right there. A wonderful box, can I just say. Just get a little gander at that. Take a little gander at the back of it. Very nice. Has a little bit of a measurement right there. Very, very nice box. Brick 4 Mania right here. Very cool. Made in Korea. But just a wonderful box. Very nice. It comes, all the bags and instructions and whatnot slide out in a little drawer. Felt very fancy, if I say so myself. But yeah, this is the Titanic BM3522 set by Oxford. I'm going to take the box away so that way we can focus on the actual model. I really, really like the look of this model. It's very, very, very good looking, I think, and has very nice proportions, looks great on a shelf. Really enjoy the aesthetics of this model. I really enjoyed the build of this model. It went together really well. It felt very satisfying. The buildup of the hull is very blocky, very fun. It's very strong. Like, I'm not worried about picking this up because it's really sturdily built. It's very heavy. I really enjoy that in a set, and this one is no exception. The detailing on the top side is it's really striking, I think, a balance, because you can get those little windows and things in the cabins. You can get the illusion of windows and little walkways on the sides, but you can look at it hard and you'll be like, oh, it just goes all the way through, or oh, it's just a little nothing detail. But when you're just looking at this sitting on a shelf, it looks great. I like the way that they did the smokestacks, having them angled. It's a very creative idea. All they did was these are in upside down and they're on just a pivoting Lego, and that's it. Just a pivoting little hinge. I like the little lifeboats here. I enjoy the little cable going across here. Fun fact, you would actually have the radio antenna would be hanging off of this. The Titanic had one of the largest naval radio antennas in any commercial fleet. So that's pretty interesting. We've even got a little anchor crane right here on the front. Very, very nice detailing. I'm not a huge fan of this rope. It's not great quality. It's a little bit, it's not really stretchy, but it's very easy to fray, as you can kind of see on these knots. I didn't tie the best knots, okay? This rope mixed with a lot of the tools that I have that are good for this have either broken or gone missing, so that part's not very good. The model did come with these nice nameplate stickers. I enjoy that. They don't really say exactly where to put them, except for the ones on the front. The ones on the back, you're kind of just left to find them. There's probably someone who says, no, that's not where they go, but I don't really care. That's roughly, I think, where it goes, so that's where it's going to go. I like the stickers that they have on the base. I overall like the base. It's nothing really fancy, but it does a good enough job holding up the model, and I think it would be worse if it didn't have a little stand. But yeah, the instruction booklet, I have that right here. Nice, it's got the box art on it, and it's pretty hefty. I would say that there are a lot of bricks, especially at the beginning, that you put together. I'm not a huge fan of the way, let me see if I can find a good example of this. It's mainly at the beginning where you see a lot of this. Yeah, let me try to find a really good example of what I'm trying to say. don't get me wrong, I like the way that this builds. It's just that there are a couple of areas that I think could be improved upon. For one thing, these little mast supports, the ones here and the ones here, in the instructions they just sort of tell you to leave them straight up. They don't actually give you any idea on how you should angle them or how to actually get them to connect to the mast. You're just kind of left to your own devices on that, which it's not that hard. I kind of get why they did that, but it's a little bit frustrating to have it done and then look at it and go, oh wait, I have to do a little bit more. The rudder back here is very flimsy, and if you put that on at the step that they tell you to put that on, it's just going to break off 4 times. So if you are building this, just take it off or don't put it on, and then just put it on at the end. And here's a little bit of an example of what I'm trying to say. You can see where they have just a plate just hanging out in space. You can see they put that plate, you just lay it down, and then you later stack other pieces on top of it. They do that more often throughout the set, but that's just one example. Kind of hard to find examples of that. And I get why they did it for... Oh, here we go. Yeah, at the beginning is really where that shines. At the beginning, you're just laying down all these plates. And it's a little bit difficult to keep them all together while you're trying to put it together, but I can kind of understand why they did it. But the biggest complaint I think I have with this set is the look of the bridge. It looks a little empty. For those of you who aren't really all that into the shape of the Titanic, it sort of has a bridge, and then it has the wings that go out to the side, like most ships do, so that way they can better see the sides of the ship to see if they're going to hit something, or just look off of their port and starboard sides to see what's over there. And it's just lacking on this set, and I just don't really like how open this is. But I found a really easy way to fix that. I had some spare parts, which this is just a beige 1x1 plate with a white 1x1 smooth plate. And I just take that and I put it right here on the side, right here. And then I put another one, I make 2, put another one on this side. And I think that improves the shape quite a bit. I prefer that to what they have. That's really the only complaint I have, is just I don't like the way that the bridge area looks. But I feel like it's pretty easy to fix, and it's a pretty small area. There's not that many bricks in here, and you get quite a few spares. So I think you could probably edit that to your liking, or maybe rob pieces off of other parts of the set and use them there. But really, other than that, I like the styling. I feel like there are a couple spots that are a little bit, like right here. You can see the yellow through there. And then there are just holes on the stern that aren't very nice. You don't really see them when you're just looking at this, like on a table or on a shelf, but when you're looking, right at it, from above, it is a little bit obvious. But really, overall, very much enjoy this set. I very much enjoyed building it. I love the look of it. Looks great on a shelf. It would look great in, say, an office. It'd be good, maybe as in a school or something like that if you're teaching history. It'd be a nice little model. It could be a fun little day to let the students do. Now, one area that I don't like about this set is the bricks are very quality, and the instructions, they're okay. They're mostly okay. Is the price. the price of this is quite high. It's 800, I think it's almost 900 pieces. I'm trying to remember. They don't put the number of pieces, really. Yeah, they don't really put the number of pieces around the box very much. But the price of this is anywhere from $90 to $120. And I believe it was closer to $100 MSRP, but this has been out for a little bit, so the price has begun to fluctuate a little bit. And I just think that's a little bit high because I believe I saw somewhere that this is listed as 868 pieces, and that puts the price per part around 11 cents a piece, maybe closer to 12, which is it's a little high for it not being Lego. Now, thankfully, I found this on Facebook Marketplace for $12. So I didn't have to deal with that. In the box, too. I can't believe that. So I didn't really have to deal with that. That's the only reason I got this set, is because I got a really good deal on it. But overall, would I say that if you had $90 to spend on a brick set and you just wanted one, and you wanted something ship, you wanted something Titanic, I've been looking at other offerings of ships in the off-brand Lego generic building blocks area, sites like Your Wob and other sites like that, Leppenland, BT Store. But compared to all of the ship offerings on there, if you want something that isn't a battleship or a destroyer, you're really limited. And even in Titanic, you're really limited to either very small or very, very large sets. And I think that this is a really nice mid-range, slightly higher end set. It looks great. It goes together really well. It's a very satisfying build. And compared to your $200-300 price point Titanic sets, the ones that are trying to copy the really expensive Lego Titanic set that came out recently, compared to that, this is smaller, this isn't as extravagant, but I think for the price point, it's still a really nice set. It goes together really well, and it looks really, really nice. So, yeah, I would say overall, very, very good set. Little bit pricey for what you get. Still less than Lego, but if that's a price point that you're okay with, that's an investment you're willing to make for something like this, I'd say go for it. This is a really nice set. I didn't really have any trouble with it. And yeah, I think apart from a couple little tiny aesthetic things and a couple weird things in the instructions, no problems whatsoever. Really nice. But yeah, so I think that this is a good place to end. I'd like to address how I haven't really done any Lego type reviews in a very, very long time. I did some Halo Mega Bloks reviews a while ago, and I presented some mocks, MOCs, my own creations, a very long time ago. And ever since then, I've been bouncing around between just uploading random things. So I think from now, I've got a large number of knockoff Lego sets that I think I'm going to maybe start reviewing, because there just isn't a lot on the internet about them, and I'd like to change that for other people who, like me, want to buy knockoff Lego sets. But yeah, that's all I've got. So see you in the next one. Take it easy. Bye.